like this person is my soulmate. But you find them once, and when you find that person, keep that person, nurture that relationship. Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. As for those who are new here, my name is Stella Muyoka, and my platform basically is for women, experiences that we have, we get from our day-to-day experience as women. And today I wanted to talk about friendship. As I'm closing down my last year in my 20s, I think this is something that I've actually wanted to address, because I feel like most of us do not actually understand what it is about and how we're supposed to go about, and the ways basically I think friendship is something that we learn, and most of us haven't grasped that aspect of it. So to my 20-year-old, welcome to the channel. And as we start that, I'm going to start with we all know that friends are like in our lives, our social aspect of our lives is supposed to be active. For you to be happy, you need that aspect of your life to be active, and friends are the ones who fulfill this. And because of this, and I think most of us as ladies, we do not actually nurture friendship. I believe we do not go through the process of it, and that's why you find that most of us actually that do not have actually better intimate relationships. You find that in our intimate relationship it's lacking because we are not working on our platonic relationship, which basically comes as friends. And before we indulge into it in details, we also need to understand that in our lives we meet different kind of friends. And there's a difference, and I think most of us we meet, especially if you get into the work, whether in school or at work, we meet the acquaintances. Acquaintances basically are people that are close to you based on where you work, like maybe where you work or in school. In an example that in case you stop working in that institution or you stop going to that school, you find that these are people who you don't keep in touch. So you have to identify an acquaintance in your life, whether this is a friend or just an acquaintance. Other than that, we get to have friends. Friends are those people we socialize with, we go out with, we meet up for coffee, we share just the upper side of our life, not the deeper side of our life. So we also have to identify that. And other than that, we also have our close or best friends, I think. And we have close friends. Close friends are people that we can open our hearts to. While as we speak to them, they know the inner aspect of our lives, and we can comfortably, and these are the people we actually can trust and be honest with in our lives. So one, you need to actually be able to differentiate the kind of person you have, whether it's an acquaintance or this person is just a friend or this person is actually a close friend to you. So, and because of that, number one, you find that you need to have friends for every aspect of your life. I think I scream that so many times to my friends, and you find that one person cannot fulfill the all aspects of your life. For example, we have friends that we've grown up with. Those are childhood friends that we have. And these are people we know who know us throughout our lives, from primary to secondary and back to life. So that is a different kind of friend. So that is a childhood friend. Other than that, we have friends we meet through work. Because I'm working here, or because I am going to see this client, those people we meet who are just friends, who are work friends basically. And we also need to have friends that you can sit down with and talk about finances. You can talk about investing. Like I said, you can't have one person who is going to do all this aspect of your life. So you need to find people that have those goals. So you go and look for someone who is good at financing. They can talk about investment. They have the same goal with you. Other than that, also marriage. As a married person, or you're in a serious relationship, I usually say you have to look up to someone who has a good relationship. This is someone you can go talk to when you're having issues in your relationship, or you need to get into one, or you're having issues in your marriage. You also have to find a friend for that. So in every aspect of your life, you have to have different friends for different purposes. And when you're able to differentiate that, you'll find that your life will become more easy, because one person cannot be able to fulfill your every need in every aspect of your life. So that is one thing you're supposed to do. Two, I think as ladies we do not accept our friends with their flaws, and this is one thing we feel. Every individual in life has flaws. I have my own flaws, And maybe I cannot be able to know the kind of flaws I have, or maybe I'm aware of them. But you're supposed to accept a friend. Accepting a friend is it's supposed to be 100%. Love someone even with their flaws. And I think we only apply this to our sexual relationships, our intimate relationships, but you do not apply it to a platonic relationship. And I also think this is where we fail, and that's the reason as to why you find that especially for people like me who are perfectionists, we actually judge people more on their flaws than accepting them for who they are. But as much as you're accepting someone with their flaws, make sure that whatever issues they have, they should be working on those issues. If it's something that can be changed, but something that cannot be changed, it is not affecting your life, you can just allow them to be who they are. Other than that, you have to know another thing. Throughout life, from in your teens to your 20s, you're going to lose the closest friend you have in life. And I think this is something that has really hit home, because you will find that you can be so close to someone, very close. You've shared even the deepest secrets that you have in life with this person, and one day they're going to you're going to grow apart. And this is not a bad thing. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It just means that sometimes in life people grow apart. And I think the hardest part to anyone is accepting that you've lost someone who's so dear to you. But all in all, you have to accept. You're allowed to grieve. You can grieve losing a friend. You can grieve losing a friend even though they're still alive. You can grieve losing that friend because they were an important part in your life. You accept, you grieve, accept, and find friends. And the funny thing about life is you lose friends and you'll find better friends. And that is something you need to keep on moving with life. And this is something you need to understand, because you find that the toxic friendship actually does exist. And I think this is something we need to actually be more open about, and we can be able to point out such kind of friendships. So as much as we tend to actually cling to some friendship because we feel like it feeds our insecurities. And one thing you need to learn is you will always make friends, no matter where you go. You can, like I remember 5 years ago that when I came to Mombasa for my first job posting, I used to wonder how I had no one that I knew other than my sister, and I think I wondered if I will be able actually to make friends. And years down the line, I have actually made some good friends, and through that I learned that you can go to a different city, a different country, wherever you're going. As much as you're alone, you'll always find people. The universe will actually draw people to you, people that have the same goals as you have, and the same life principles that you have. And other than that, I think one thing when we were young, we never learned, I think we used to prioritize our intimate relationship over our friendship. And I think that is one aspect where we failed. And for every relationship to work, you find that your friends, you also have to nurture your friendship. When you have a balance between platonic and intimate relationship, you will find that both of the relationship will work better for you. And you want to be geared towards, but I think being young, we were young anyway, we were so young, and all we wanted to do was explore and actually meet someone who can love us like wholly. And I think we forgot about our friends. And I think that is a mistake we made during our years, but now we know better. And other than that, when you're looking, sometimes we need to evaluate the kind of friends we have. And I think one thing I am usually, I have a very, very keen eye to observation. I tend to observe a lot of body language. I look beyond words and appearances. I think that is something that just comes naturally to me. And because of this, I need you to learn to look beyond the face of your friend, and beyond the actions, and beyond the words. When you look beyond that, you'll be able to know the kind of person you have. Like, for example, if you were around friends that tend to gossip a lot, don't you think you're going to be the fifth person they're going to gossip once you leave? Because this has become a norm. And one thing I usually say, never bond with anyone on gossip, because that is just, you're creating an aspect of having good friends, but literally gossiping isn't the right way to go. So observe how your friends talk about another friend. Like, you can be in a group of 3. How does this person talk about this other person? And based on how they talk, defend, or explain how this other person is, will give you an explanation of what is said behind your back. That is how you can evaluate whether you have a good friend or you have a bad friend. So other than that, another thing I failed as in my 20s is I think I used to just be friends with everyone. And I think that one thing I have learned in life, you are supposed to have friends that align to your goals in life. If you want to get married, have friends that are looking towards getting married. If you want to be a millionaire, have friends that have the same goal. If you want to have an active social life, have the friends that have that goal. You'll find that as much as you can be able still to balance having friends who have different goals with you, you will find that you will be more aligned to such kind of friends, because they see what you see, and these are people you can go for advice to based on something, and they won't shut you down. They will help you actually find solutions to your problem. They'll help you find ideas to whatever you're looking for. So in life, learn to have friends that align to the same goals and dreams that you have. And another thing, this doesn't apply just basically to the friends you have. This applies to everyone around you. And never take advice from someone you wouldn't trade their life with. If you're looking for advice on finances, you're not supposed to go to someone who is in the same financial level as you are. You look at someone who, 5 years from now, where am I supposed to be? Look for someone who's at that position. You look at that. You look at, maybe you want to invest in land. Look at someone who has bought land in an area you love to invest in. Other than that, you're always the fifth person of people you hang out with. And I know sometimes you can dismiss this advice. It has been said over and over and over again. It's something that you've had over and over again, but it is the reality of it at hand. If you want to be a millionaire, hang out around those people. Where do they hang out? Find those places where they hang out. Or if you don't have access to millionaires, do you have people around you who want to be millionaires? Hang out around those people. It doesn't seem like this advice usually doesn't seem like right advice, because we usually evaluate our lives as now. But when you look at 5 years, when you're looking back 5 years from the point that it was being told, you'll understand that actually that is the reality of it in life. Why? Because people around you will either push you up as they're growing up, or they pull you down as they're going down. Or you'll still maintain the same level as they're all still at the same level. So it's up to you to decide what you want in life. Other than that, I know this might sound a little bit contradicting to most people, but friends actually do get jealous of your wins. And jealousy basically isn't a bad feeling, as we have actually said over and over again, because to me, I believe jealousy is just a feeling when you're feeling that people are having what you don't have. And because of this, your actions are the ones that are going to speak based on after your friend has told you about the win. And I think we all have this feeling. I think I have had this feeling at some point, but that doesn't mean that I do not support my friend's win. You'll find that someone will tell you, yay, I got the job that I applied for. And as a friend, you're happy for this person. I get it, but sometimes we usually feel like it's maybe you've been also applying for jobs that you want, and you're not getting, and someone gets a job, and you miss the fact that you wish that it was you who had that opportunity. But as time goes by, you'll understand, you'll be happy for them, but you still have that feeling. And I know most people have it. We just don't talk about it. We have it, and I think it's okay for people to get jealous. It's just their actions after mentioning your win. How do they behave? That is when you know you have a good friend or not. Other than that, we have to understand that in every friendship, there's a conflict phase. We are human beings. We have flaws. We cross each other's boundaries sometimes, even if the boundaries has been brought up to us. And I think most of us, we actually end our friendship on conflict. But we can just sit down and talk about this conflict, understand each other, understand why it happened, apologize, and move on from that. And I think the bond becomes stronger and better once we actually address the conflicts that we have. And through the conflicts, we're actually able to address our boundaries, the boundaries that we have as friends. Like, do not cross this. This is what I want. This is this and this. So I think other than that, and if sometimes we can actually we can have conflicts that we feel like it had hit the core, and the betrayal was so harsh to us. But I feel like we need to just talk, and we can leave the friendship in peace, and we can be friends but not close friends as we used to be. And other than that, and lastly, as we go, I feel like sometimes in life you're going to find people you will see as friends, but unfortunately they're going to see you as their acquaintances. You will have people that you hold dear to, but they don't see you the same. And you will find people, you will be expecting these people to invite you to, I think, given an example, like you'll find that maybe someone is having a celebration and you thought this person was close to you, but you didn't get an invite. Those are the key aspect of life. Your life is supposed to see and evaluate and see that this person doesn't see me the same way I see them, and it's okay. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. It just means that they don't see you as the way you see them. And the hardest part about life that I have come to notice, we usually have that once in a lifetime friend, someone that comes into your life and fires up the flame that is in you. You have that friend. They're usually you get them once in a lifetime, and when you get one, it's hard to get another one. It may take you even years to find someone that has the same soul as you are. You feel like your soulmate, but you're friends. Like, this person is my soulmate. But you find them once. And when you find that person, keep that person. Nurture that relationship. If you're having conflicts, if you're having whatever issues you have in life, find ways of sorting them out. Because once you lose that friend, I promise you, you will not get another friend like that. So if you found that person, hold on dear to them and tell them they're in your life forever. But and lastly, foundation of a strong and healthy relationship basically are trust, equality, compassion, honesty, and independence. Evaluate your relationships based on that. And lastly, it's okay for your friend, your best friend, or your close friends to have other friends. And it's okay for them to spend time with their other friends without you. People need to bond beyond having you as their friend. People need to bond with other people. Like I said, learn to have different friends. You cannot depend 100% on one friend. Have friends that you can talk about work with. Have friends you can talk about finances with. Have friends you can talk about investment. Have friends you can just go out with and have fun. Have friends that you can go, party together. Learn to have those kind of friends. You cannot bring one person in all of this. And once you know how to balance that, you'll be able to find that you'll have a very good platonic relationship. Like I said, when you develop and nurture your platonic relationships, this is going to translate into your intimate relationships, and you learn from this to be able to talk about. I think most of us actually are not able to express ourselves when you're having conflicts. I think that is one thing that I've seen most of us as adults, we fail. We fail, and this basically comes up from the fact that most of us are broken. And we fear speaking up because we fear when we speak up, we might end up losing this person. But if you speak up, you talk to someone about their boundary, if they understand you'll be able to actually move forward from that conflict. And you see, because you're working on your platonic relationship and you're understanding about talking about this, you're going to translate it into your intimate relationships. So that is all for today. Thank you for watching. You can go back and watch other videos we've had on being a mother, and experiences we have as women, and also the challenges we get as women. You can go back, watch the other videos. Other than that, thank you. Bye-bye. Leo nimeformat. Leo.